And we love Reno. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Boy, this is some crowd. Right? No matter where we go, there's a great movement going on. They've never seen anything like it. We are going to do something very special. In 34 days, we are going to win this state. We are going to win back the White House. America is going to start winning again. We're going to start winning again. We're going to make America rich again. We have no choice. We have to do it if we're going to do what else we have to do. But we're going to make our country rich again. We're not going to let other countries and other leaders take advantage of this country any longer. And all you have to do is take a look at that ridiculous deal we made with Iran. $1.7 billion in cash, $150 billion. We didn't get anything. I'm going to end illegal immigration. Stop the massive inflow of refugees. Keep jobs from pouring out of our country, and they are pouring out. Renegotiate our disastrous trade deals and massively reduce taxes and regulations. Taxes are too high, the regulations are crazy. Hillary Clinton has been there for 30 years and she hasn't done a thing. All she does is talk. I keep saying, why don't you change it? You've been there. Let's win November 8th, right? Let's win on November 8th. The problems we face as a country are immense, and it's going to take bold action to turn things around. And by the way, didn't Mike Pence do a great job? Great. He's our guy. What a great guy he is, too. Right now, we owe $20 trillion in debt. It doubled under President Obama. Think of it. 7.5 years. It doubled. Our infrastructure is like that of a third world country. The homicide rate last year experienced the biggest single-year increase in 45 years. Nobody tells you that. Heroin overdoses are surging and meth overdoses in Nevada. And you know what I said? You know what I said? I said when I came out here, I said, nobody says it the other way. It has to be Nevada, right? And if you don't say it correctly, and it didn't happen to me, but it happened to a friend of mine, he was killed. So, but think of it. Meth overdoses in Nevada are up 22%. 22%. Thousands of refugees are being admitted with no way to screen them and are instantly made eligible for welfare and free health care, even as our own veterans die waiting for medical care that they desperately need. Give me a break. We're going to take care of our veterans. We're going to take care of our veterans. Our annual trade deficit with the world is nearly $800 billion a year. Who makes these deals? Who makes these deals? The federal budget is a total and complete disaster. Our State Department, mostly under the watch of crooked Hillary Clinton, misplaced or lost $6 billion in taxpayer funds. How would you like to misplace $6 billion? We have the worst so-called recovery since the Great Depression. On top of it all, our tax-paying citizens send troops and foreign aid all over the world, even as their own cities can't provide the most basic of services. America needs a turnaround. America needs a comeback. America needs change. And that change is coming on November 8th. Remember. Get out and vote. And you have early balloting here. Take advantage of it. You got to get out and vote. No matter what happens. No matter how bad you feel. No matter what. You've heard me say it. You go to the doctor. He gives you the ultimate bad news. It's over. In 4 weeks, you won't be around. Who cares? November 8th, you got to get out and vote. Right? Got to get out and vote. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I mean, the one problem, if you are sick, Obamacare is no good. So that's... So you have no choice but to stay healthy, and that's okay, too. Oh, did Bill Clinton blow it? Whoa, did he blow it? We're going to show the whole world that America is back bigger and better and stronger than ever before. The first thing we're going to do is repeal and replace Obamacare. President Clinton has come out and told the truth about Obamacare. In all fairness, he told the truth. 2 days ago, Bill Clinton torched President Obama's signature legislation. Remember, Hillary Clinton called Obamacare one of the greatest accomplishments of the president, of the Democratic Party, and of our country. Except it doesn't work. It's a disaster. It's costing everybody, including our country, a fortune. Bill has a different view. Oh, did he suffer? Can you imagine when he walked home to that beautiful home in Westchester and he said, "Hi, Hillary. How was your day?" Oh, did he suffer? Bill called it a system, a crazy system, and said that it's the craziest thing in the world. People out there, he said, are busting it, sometimes 60 hours a week, and wind up with their premiums doubled and their coverage cut in half. The people getting killed in this deal are the small business people and the individuals who make just a bit too much money to get any of these subsidies. This is Bill Clinton. Bill added. He added. This is him. This isn't Trump. This is Bill Clinton. He added. It doesn't make any sense. And that insurance model, it just doesn't work. Oh, can you imagine what was going on? And a big part of her campaign is Obamacare. Big part. And she wants to double up and double down, and she wants it to go. I mean, this woman doesn't know what the hell she's doing, folks. Tell me. There's only one way to stop Obamacare, and that's to vote for Donald J. Trump. I'll stop. We'll stop. The deadline to register to vote by mail is October 8th. The deadline to register to vote online or on person, or you could also say in person, is October 18th. So do it. Do it. Most importantly, November 8th, get out there, but do it. And early voting begins on the 22nd. With your votes, you will also be voting to protect the Second Amendment rights of every law-abiding gun owner in Nevada. Hillary wants to effectively abolish the Second Amendment by overturning D.C. versus Heller, and thus declaring that there's not an individual right to keep and bear arms. You know, your Second Amendment, folks, is under siege. I will hope that you vote for us and remember the Supreme Court judges. One vote and wave goodbye to so much of what you need and gotten used to and what's a real part of our country. We are going to conserve your land and your natural resources for hunters, anglers, and all who enjoy the outdoors, like my sons. Fixing our trade deals will be the foundation of our economic revival. My economic agenda can be summed up, and I think you know what it is, right? What is my economic? What is it? Jobs. Jobs. I don't have to say it. It's jobs. Our economic agenda in this room is jobs. We're tired of seeing our jobs disappear. Our companies leave. They go to Mexico, to go to other places. Not going to happen anymore, folks. China, Japan, and Europe are printing huge sums of money. The devaluation of currencies is staggering as to what it represents for our country, our businesses, our citizens, and our workers. We're not on a level playing field, and our politicians don't understand what the hell is going on. They don't understand it. They've been talking for years and years and years about stopping jobs from moving out, right? And you have been big league hurt right here. Big league. You know what I'm talking about. And if somebody wants to leave your area or your state or any other state and think they're going with their company to Mexico and they're going to make that product in Mexico and sell it back into the United States, they can forget about it. They can forget about it. And we'll tell them right up front, enjoy your stay in Mexico or wherever you're planning to go. But if you think you're going to make an air conditioning unit, Carrier, you know about Carrier, they're moving to Mexico, think they're going to make air conditioners and just send them right back into our country. No tax, no tariff, 1,400 people gone. Not going to happen. Because I'm going to just say very simply, you got a 35% tax to pay. And you know what? When that happens, number one, if you say it before they make their deal or before they move, they're not moving. Almost 100%. And bottom line, if they do move, you know what? We're going to make a lot of money, so that's okay too. You know, when I won the state of Indiana, I had tremendous numbers of people who were fired from Carrier following me around. And we had the great coach, Bobby Knight. Great coach. And he endorsed me. Getting Bobby Knight's endorsement in Indiana was not bad. Do we agree? I mean, it was over. We won in a landslide. But it was also around the time that people started hearing so much about Carrier moving to Mexico. And I will tell you something, that we cannot let this continue to happen with our companies. We are losing so many companies, and we just can't allow it to happen. Our nation has lost 1/3 of its manufacturing job since Bill Clinton's NAFTA deal. He signed it. He signed that deal. It's one of the worst deals ever made in terms of trade. And Hillary Clinton supported it totally. Hillary's Korea deal, the deal she made for South Korea, cost us 100,000 jobs, and it was supposed to be a positive. And we all knew that it's never a positive. Since China entered the World Trade Organization, another Bill and Hillary-backed disaster. 70,000, think of that. I thought it was 7. I thought it was 700. 70,000 factories have shut down or left the United States. Think of that. That's 15 factory closings a day on average. Because these politicians make these stupid deals, and they have no idea, and the ones that do are taken care of by donors and special interests that want this to happen, okay? The jobs are leaving your state, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Ohio, New Hampshire, Michigan, Illinois, Virginia, all over, and all across the country. They're leaving. I'm going to stop the jobs from leaving our country. I'm going to bring millions of new jobs back into our country, as sure as you're standing there today. It's going to be a new day in America, and it's not going to be very long. We have a little ways to wait. We win on November 8th. In January, you're going to see a change like you've never seen before. And right now, as we speak, although I think they're getting a little bit nervous because polls came out about an hour ago, people are starting to get a little bit nervous, especially the media. They're saying, what's going on? What's going on? I wish those cameras would turn around and show the people in this room. What's going on, they're saying. They never show the crowds. Only when there's a protester, and we have very few protesters. Because the fact is that Bernie Sanders, their people had some passion. Nobody has passion for Hillary. Nobody. Nobody. That guy had passion for Trump. Now, nobody has passion for Hillary. For too long, we've rebuilt other countries at the expense of our own. Look at what China's done to it. Skyscrapers going up in Beijing, while plants and factories crumble all over the United States. Companies like Carrier, General Electric, Motorola, Mattel, Fiat Chrysler, and so many others are moving their jobs to Mexico and other countries all over the world. And now Ford, you saw that 2 weeks ago, just announced it's moving all of its small car production to Mexico also. And that's after 2 years ago, they built a $2 billion plant to build other things. And I think that's one of the reasons we're doing so well in Michigan and Ohio. Believe me, we're doing great in Ohio. We're 5 points up, and we're doing very well in Michigan. So. We are going to renegotiate NAFTA, perhaps the worst trade deal ever made in the history, not of this country, in the history of the world. And if we don't get the deal we want, we will withdraw from NAFTA and start all over and get a much, much better deal than we ever had before, a two-lane highway. We're also going to lower taxes on American business from 35% to 15%, and we will have the largest regulatory reform in American history. Taxes too high, companies forced out, people losing their jobs. You can't compete. The taxes are too high. We're one of the highest taxed nation in the world, really the highest tax if you think about it. And we're going to be one of the lower taxed. I'd like to say the lowest, we won't be, but one of the lower taxed. So we're moving it down from 35 to 15%, and you watch the jobs. And you know what? We're doing something else that's maybe even more important in its own way. We're cutting the hell out of unnecessary regulations. Thousands of new companies and millions of new jobs and trillions of dollars in new wealth will come pouring back into the United States. We love the United States. It will be America first. You don't hear that anymore. It will be America first. No longer are we worried about everybody else. Look at this crowd, and we have thousands of people outside trying to get in. It's like this all over. I mean, if you people get out, you know, it's interesting. We're in New Hampshire for the primaries, and people were getting there at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was freezing. It was really cold. And the speech was at 7 o'clock in the evening. Can you believe this? And the press was saying, but will they vote? Will they vote? Now, here they're standing in line for 10, 12 hours, and they're saying, will they vote for Trump, which will take about 3 minutes, right? Got to get out and vote, folks. Even here, I know there were people standing here 8 hours ago. It's incredible. Thank you. They wanted to get a front row seat. I will stand. They wanted to get a front row stand. I hope it's worthwhile. I hope it's worthwhile. Thank you. Thank you. But to be a rich nation, we must also be a secure nation. Security begins at the border. Hillary Clinton is unfit to be the president because she supports open borders. And we have to get rid of sanctuary cities. You see what's going on. Have to get rid of sanctuary cities. We will build the wall, and Mexico will pay for the wall 100%. We will build the wall. We will build the wall. You know, I don't know if you heard, but ICE, great people, ICE, they're restricted from doing what they want to do. They just announced that they were endorsing Donald Trump. First time they've ever done that. First time in their history. The Border Patrol agents, incredible people, 16,500 of them announced that they're endorsing us. First time they've ever done that, never endorsed a presidential candidate. Sheriff Joe announced that he's endorsing. So we're good on the border. We have no choice. We're not good on the border, we have no country, so we have no choice. In fact, as Secretary of State, she allowed, Hillary, thousands of criminal aliens to be freed into our country because their own countries wouldn't take them back. It was her job to cancel visas to countries that refused to take back criminals coming out of these countries. And so we grab the criminal, bring him back to that country, and they tell the United States, we're not taking him back. They didn't want him. What do they want these horror shows for, right? Guess what, folks? With us, when we send them back, they're taking them back. Not even a doubt. She didn't do it. She didn't do it. But when everybody, I got all of these endorsements, I'll tell you what, so important. To me, it means so much. When I get ICE, when I get all of the different endorsements, it's so important. So when ICE endorsed me, when other candidates endorse me, we have tremendous support within the state itself. Hillary Clinton's immigration plans are a disaster, and it's one of the reasons I have these great endorsements. So let me go for one final step. Again, this is all a quote from the ICE officers. Hillary Clinton has promised the most radical immigration proposal in United States history. Her radical plan would result in the loss of thousands of innocent American lives, mass victimization and death for many attempting to immigrate to the United States, the total gutting of interior enforcement, the handcuffing of ICE officers, and an uncontrollable flood of illegal immigrants across United States borders. Now, this is coming from ICE people. This is ICE. And these are incredible people. Their quote continues, she proposes to keep and expand executive amnesty and to expand catch and release, to expand President Obama's non-enforcement priorities to the point where there's virtually no real immigration enforcement or policing of visa overstays, to support sanctuary cities, to extend Obamacare to illegal immigrants, to grant amnesty within 100 days. Think of that, amnesty. And to extend Social Security and Medicare to illegal immigrants through amnesty. Think of it. Plus a 550% increase in admission of Syrian refugees who we don't even know where they go. The ICE officers and endorsement concludes by saying her plan is total amnesty plus open borders. Now, that's a quote from people that know this better than anybody. In short, Hillary's immigrant stance is disqualifying. She should not be the president of the United States. We won't have a country left anymore. The first duty of the President of the United States is to protect the citizens of the United States. Anyone who fails to understand that is unworthy to lead this nation. An amazing statistic is there are more than 2 million criminal aliens with convictions in this country right now, and many more criminal illegal immigrants who have committed severe offenses but escaped the law entirely. When president, I, as president, will be getting them out and getting them out very, very quickly. We have no choice. At the same time, our country is being infiltrated, and that's the word, infiltrated by terrorists. Hundreds of immigrants from high-risk regions have been implicated in terrorism inside the United States since 9/11. Terrorists who planted the bombs in New York and New Jersey and who carried out the mall stabbing, you saw that 2 weeks ago in Minnesota, were foreign nationals admitted into our country, as was the mall shooter and all the shootings in Washington State. The Boston bombers were here on asylum. The San Bernardino shooter, she was here on a fiancé visa. Isn't that nice? Oh, fiancé, wonderful fiancé. She came in from Saudi Arabia and probably radicalized the guy. They killed 14 people, remember? And these were people that shortly before gave them a party honoring the birth of their baby. Killed them, many, many wounded, 14 killed. Will never be the same. The Orlando shooter was the son of a Taliban supporter from Afghanistan. Yet Hillary Clinton wants to throw open the doors to hundreds of thousands of refugees from the most dangerous places on our planet. People that in many cases don't love us and don't love our values. We have enough problems, folks. We have enough problems. I'm not running to be the president of the world. I'm running to be the president of the United States and protect the people of the United States. We're going to build the wall, we're going to enforce our laws, and we're going to keep radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country, okay? We're going to end government corruption. Hillary Clinton put her emails on an illegal secret server open to foreign hacking. Then she bleached and destroyed. You remember that? She bleached. Nobody ever heard of it. It's a very, very expensive process. She bleached and destroyed, remember? Unbelievable. 33,000 emails. She deleted them after congressional subpoenas. So she gets a subpoena. So she gets a subpoena from Congress. I mean, if you got a subpoena from a local person you're suing with, you do that, you know what happens. She gets a subpoena from Congress. And she says, wow, this is bad. Delete 33,000 emails. Just tell everybody it had to do with the wedding and yoga class. 33. And I always say, I give 5 for the wedding and 3 for yoga class. The rest, I want to find out. That is one of the great, and she got away with it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if she will get away with that one. She lied to Congress under oath, and her staffers took the Fifth Amendment and got immunity deals. She had so many immunity deals, there was nobody left. Everybody got immunity. In my opinion, it's worse than Watergate. Hillary Clinton put her public office up for sale, and if she ever got the chance, she would put the Oval Office up for sale also. Remember what they used to do with the bedroom in the White House? That was just the beginning. Now we've learned that the FBI made a side deal with Clinton's top aides to destroy their laptops. It's okay to destroy your laptops. It's like a third world country we're living in. This is like a third world country. Americans have had it with the decades of Clinton corruption. And this will be the year they say enough is enough. Enough is enough, folks. We're also going to fix our inner cities and help Latino Americans and African Americans. It's time. Latino. Who's Latino in this audience? Latino. 45% of African American children under the age of 6 live in total poverty. 58% of African American youth don't have jobs. More than 3,000 people have been shot in Chicago since January 1st. 3,000 people. The Democrats, like Hillary Clinton, have run the inner cities for 50, 60, 70, even 100 years uninterrupted. They've produced only more joblessness, failing schools, and horrible, horrible crime. To those African Americans suffering in our inner cities, I want to say the following. What do you have to lose? I will fix it. Vote for me. I will fix it. What do you have to lose? Can't get any worse. Can't get any worse. I will be your greatest champion, and I will deliver real change and justice in your community. I'm also going to fight to help millions of Latinos trapped in poverty and to fight to provide school choice. School choice. To every low-income, African-American, and Latino child in this nation. Here are some of the more amazing things that we're going to do for our country, starting immediately. As soon as we win that election, starting in January, we're going to have the biggest tax cut since Ronald Reagan. She's raising taxes. Hillary is raising taxes substantially. We're going to eliminate unnecessary regulation, which is massive. We're going to lift restrictions on all sources of American energy and put the miners and steel workers back to work. We're going to end Common Core and bring your educational process locally. We're going to repeal and replace job-killing Obamacare. We will save your Second Amendment, which is totally under siege. We're going to support the men and women of law enforcement. They're going through hell. They are going through a tough time. We're going to rebuild our depleted military, the greatest people. They have old equipment. We're not taking care of our military. And we are going to take care of our very, very great veterans for the first time. And we're going to appoint justices to the United States Supreme Court who will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. This election day, you have one magnificent chance. I really believe it's your last chance. I really believe that. You know, you always hear, oh, this is the most important election. You hear it every time. You heard it last time. You heard it. I think you know this is it. When you get to the Supreme Court, one judge replacing Justice Scalia, and the whole balance is over. And we have nothing but problems. We have a whole different country. So this is your last chance to deliver justice for every forgotten man, woman, and child in this country. On November 8th, the arrogance of Washington, D.C. will come face to face with the righteous verdict of the American voter. The failed and corrupt political establishment will be replaced with a new government of, by, and for the people. I am going to fight for every citizen of every background, from every stretch of this nation. And I am going to fight to bring us all together as Americans for the first time in a long time. We are a divided country. We are not going to be a divided country for long. Imagine what our country could accomplish if we started working together as one people, under one God, saluting one American flag. Right? Wouldn't that be nice? It's going to happen. You're going to look back at this rally for the rest of your life. You're going to remember this day. You're going to remember that this is a movement like they have never, ever seen before in this country. Even the pundits that can't stand us. And there's no smarter group, there's no better group, there's just incredible. We have to bring everybody in with us, everybody, because we're going to make our country so great again. So great. Everybody has to come. But we are so smart, so sharp, so loyal. And they do say Trump has by far the most loyal people. Trump has by far the most enthusiastic people. And remember what Hillary Clinton said, basket of deplorables, right? No, the greatest people on earth. And you're irredeemable? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. I think the irredeemable might be worse. No, she doesn't get it. You're going to end up, this will be 4 more years of Barack Obama, but worse. Be 4 more years. If she got in, you're going to have 4 more years of Barack Obama, and that would be a catastrophe. We're going to make history together. You're going back, and you're going to look at this election someday in the future, and you are going to say, it is by far the most important vote that you have ever cast, and it was your greatest single day. A vote for me is a vote for change and common sense and strong military and great veteran care and Second Amendment rights and good health care, so many things, borders. But it's also a vote directly for you, because I am a reflection of you, and that's what's happened. You're voting as people that believe in yourselves. You're voting to believe in your future. You are voting to believe in your great country. All together, we are going to make America wealthy again. We are going to make America strong again. We are going to make America safe again. And we are going to make America great again. Thank you very much. God bless you, everybody. God bless you.